All right, so here we're supposed to simplify the following expression, assume all variables are positive. So we have the fourth root of x over 256. Well, really, what is that saying? Well, that's taking the fourth root of x over the fourth root of 256. Well, the fourth root of x, that's just going to stay the fourth root of x. There's not much else we can do here. All right. But what is 256? Well, 256, if you know your numbers, that's going to be 16 times 16. And 16 times 16 is what? Well, that's 4 times 4, and that's 4 times 4. So it's really 4 times 4 times 4 times 4. So 4 to the fourth. We're taking the fourth root of that, so we're taking it all to the 1/4. Well, that just gives us a 4. So that is going to be our denominator. And so this would be the simplification of the original problem here. Okay, and again, this is kind of knowing your multiplication tables. If you don't, then you could always type in 256, then caret, and then 1/4, and then if you put that in parentheses, if you have to, that would work, and you should end up with 4 as your answer. But if you remember, 256 is 16 times 16, and then 16 is 4 times 4, then you can get to the same thing without actually using a calculator. All right, so here we're supposed to simplify the expression. So now we're taking the cubed root of, and now what we have is a minus 4 times a minus 16. Well, 4 times 16, well, that's really a minus 4. And then, well, the minus times the minus is going to be plus, but it's really 4 times 4 times 4. And one of those extra ones is a negative. And so that's going to be a plus, no matter what it is. And it's going to be 4 to the third to the 1/3. And that's just 4. Okay. So this 16 is going to be a negative 4 times a positive 4. That's times a negative 4. So a negative times a negative gives us a positive, and then we just have the 4 cubed. So when you take the cubed root of that, you just get 4 for our solution. All right, here we're supposed to simplify the expression, assume all variables are positive. All right, so let's rewrite this all under kind of different things. So let's take and say, well, we want the square root of 4 because it's a number by itself. And then everything else is going to be all by itself. So we'll have a b to the fourth over a, and we can do that. Now, if we remember, if we can simplify, that's the best thing possible. So a cancels a, so we don't have any a's left. And so now what is the fourth, or the square root of 4? Well, square root of 4 is 2. And here, this just is really the b to the fourth raised to the 1/2, because that's what this square root is. And 4 times a half is 2, so it gives us b squared. And that then is going to be our solution. Okay, the a's just cancel out, and then we just have b to the fourth raised to the half, and that gives us b squared. All right, let's stop there, and we'll come back for some more.